Hello, this is Soundout here, and welcome to Spider-Man Week, Day 7, the big finale. We have all the pieces now. It's time to build Ultimate Green Goblin. Alright, so here we are with all the parts that we've gathered from the last 6 reviews and the last 6 figures of the last 6 days. And it's time to place this all together. First of all, I'm going to go over it again. The head came with Toxin. The 2 arms came with Electro and Amazing Spider-Man. The 2 legs came from Beetle and Superior Spider-Man. Of course, the torso came from Black Cat. These pieces were included with the arms. This piece was included with the head. There you go. Just in case you didn't see the reviews, that's where all the parts come from. But now let's put this together. One leg. This is a one-time connection as far as I can tell for all these parts. I don't imagine many of these will be easy to get out once they're pegged in for the first time. So we got the legs. Now the arms. Wow, he's actually a larger figure than I thought he'd be. Got the one piece of fire for this arm. One piece of fire for this arm. The back piece here that clips on. And finally his head. And now he's too tall for the camera angle. Alright, so here we have Ultimate Green Goblin. Probably the most terrifying version of the Green Goblin in existence, because normally the guy looks like this, riding a glider, throwing bombs. This is a mutated creature of horrific power and strength, and he has killed spiders. Anyways, this is a really cool figure. Now, I really wish they would have advertised him more as Ultimate Green Goblin on the packaging. It just says Green Goblin. And for a lot of people that don't know about the Ultimate series, or Ultimate Green Goblin in particular, won't know that this is supposed to be Ultimate Green Goblin, not Green Goblin. But that being said, this is so cool. Easily my favorite version of the Green Goblin in history. Spider-Man's most famous villain. And I actually like this guy being the Build-A-Figure of the wave as opposed to something else like Venom or Sandman or something. Green Goblin is in the next movie, Amazing Spider-Man 2. And while this doesn't, even come close to how he looks in that movie, it's nice that we have a Green Goblin in the wave. And honestly, I've never seen a figure of this version of Green Goblin looking this way. And he is really cool. He's got the ripped pants, much like the Incredible Hulk, which are like individual molded pieces down here at the bottom. I was really impressed with that. You got these great pieces of fire, which also have these spikes that are all throughout his elbows and shoulders. They got every single detail on him perfect, down to the head sculpt where he just looks sinister. Really cool with the horns, too. A very, very nice figure for being, you get a part of him as an inclusion with the $20 action figure that could justify that price alone without the extra body part. And overall, I'm quite impressed. The fire effects look really nice. The ones on his arms don't stay on as well as I'd like, but the one on his back, it lays on there, and it does fall off if you turn him over, but it looks so nice. He looks like he's on fire, and that's great. Anyways, we're going to pull the fire effects away for now to show off his articulation, which is also quite impressive. You got a ball joint neck, no additional joints, but oh well. Outward shoulder movement, 360 shoulder movement, bicep swivel, double jointed elbows on a not on a collecting neck. That's DC. A Build-A-Figure. It's weird. Anyways, the wrists have a pivot and a swivel. You got a torso joint that is also his waist joint. It's just giant torso joint. It has a little bit of wiggle room, but not much. Outward leg movement, forward, back leg movement, it's on a different kind of angle. You got the thigh swivel, double joint knee, ankle pivot, and an ankle tilt. Which means you can get him in all kinds of spider crushing poses with the way he looks. And he actually looks pretty good without the fire on him. I admittedly kind of like that. But really, if you can have your ultimate supervillain on fire, why not have your ultimate supervillain on fire? Especially when you're given that option. With some pretty good flame effects. So overall, this Ultimate Green Goblin figure is everything I expected and wanted from this wave. And the fact that I was able to get lucky with Black Cat, get lucky with Toxin in order to make this happen is really, really awesome. If I had not been able to find that Black Cat figure, I would not be here today with this set. And really, that's why I wanted to review them. Because I had anticipated this when the first image leaked out of the wave. And I saw this Build-A-Figure and was like, that is awesome. I want this whole wave. Minus Beetle and Superior Spider-Man. And then it turned into Superior Spider-Man's cool, but Beetle and Electro are kind of not interesting to me. But overall, actually having all the figures in hand, I wasn't too disappointed in any of them, really. And overall, made this whole purchase worth it. Now, if you are seeking just Ultimate Green Goblin and none of the other figures, good luck, it's going to cost you some money. It may, in fact, be cheaper just to get the whole wave. But overall, I am super impressed with this Green Goblin, and I'm really happy with this wave. So over the last week, we have taken a look at each of these figures. And what is the end result? What is my final opinion on the first wave of Marvel Legends that I have actively collected? I'm impressed. I really am. After buying almost every DC Universe Classics action figure and being a huge DC fan, I was let down by a lot of the figures. Being a Spider-Man fan and buying all of these figures, I am not disappointed or let down at any of them, including Beetle. I don't even know who he is, and I'm impressed with the figure. Hasbro really is a step above other companies producing superhero action figures, and I'm really impressed. While this may become, oh, well, they have shortcomings compared to some of the other stuff they put out, I wouldn't know because I've never collected Marvel Legends waves before. That being said, I've been collecting Hasbro's 6-inch Star Wars line, and I'm impressed with those, and that same kind of quality is here in the Spider-Man wave. So overall, I would definitely recommend this wave, especially for Green Goblin. Though I'd say my favorite's probably, it's a tie between Black Cat and the Amazing Spider-Man. The Spider-Man is just amazing as a figure. Black Cat is just a character I've really wanted. Toxin is really great. Superior Spider-Man was a nice surprise. Beetle was a neat action figure, and Electro's admittedly disappointing, but still neat in his own right. This is a great set of figures, and I wanted to get the whole set, and I'm really glad that I lucked out in getting all of them. So overall, I would recommend them, and this is the end of Spider-Man Week. Will I ever review another wave of Marvel Legends again? Probably not in the near future, since my Marvel knowledge and caring for certain toy lines is pretty much, I like the movies, I like some of the TV shows, I really like Spider-Man. So until there's another wave of Spider-Man Marvel Legends, I'll probably not be picking up any more that will be review-worthy. Though if I find a Black Widow, I'm not going to not buy it. But that being said, definitely recommended. Thank you for joining me for this first week, and give me some feedback on how I reviewed Marvel Legends for the first time. I'm not used to it, so I kind of want to know how I did. And if I sucked at it, let me know that too, because I always like to improve on my videos. So anyways, stay tuned for more reviews here from Soundout 12. Be sure to check out HeroTaku.com for all your Marvel news and more. Until next time, saying goodbye.